Thanks for tuning in to this episode. Make sure you download our free mobile apps available on Apple and Android. Did a figure of Jesus appear over a Colombian city where 17 died in a landslide? A cloud formation has been seen as a beacon of hope in a city struck by a landslide that killed 17 people. Residents of Colombia have taken the beams of light through clouds as a sign from God. A crowd gathered to film the sunlight slanting through the clouds where on April 18th a landslide struck as a result of heavy rains. It was recorded on a mountain called Cancio. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. I looked to find a pronunciation of the word and I actually could not find it. So to you guys who like grammar, I apologize. The shape that the locals said was the figure of Jesus provided comfort to a grieving city. This image is rather interesting. I don't quite know what to make of it, but I want to get your guys' opinion on it. It does look like there is a figure in the clouds. The formation has actually given that. Is it a sign from God? You let me know. A large explosion took place this morning at 5:40 a.m. in Syria. A large explosion rocked the Syrian capital. A large explosion rocked the Syrian capital early Thursday, followed by a fire near the Damascus airport. Syrian opposition activist and a monitor said. The explosion was heard across the capital, jolting residents awake. The head of the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, Rami, said. He said the explosion was reported to have happened near the Damascus airport road. Now, in the beginning of this broadcast, we covered the depopulation agenda. We've talked a lot recently about about subversion, ideological subversion, and this culture war that we're in. Folks, we are in a culture war. It's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. If you're a Bible-believing Christian, chances are you're at odds with the world. And that's okay. God says that is okay. We have got to wake up. But again, more with the culture. This is an article posted to Breitbart. Far-left Austrian president, all women must wear headscarves to fight Islamophobia. It's absurd. It is absolutely absurd. Austria's far-left president, Alexander van der Bellen, has suggested that one day all women must wear headscarves to fight Islamophobia. During a talk to students, van der Bellen said that while he believes a woman should wear whatever she wants, should Austria's rampant Islamophobia continue, there will come a day when we must ask all women to wear a headscarf, all of them, out of solidarity towards those who do it for religious reasons. What about the Christians? It's okay to behead Christians, but it is not okay to speak out against Sharia law coming to America. It's okay for people to attack Christianity, but it's not okay for somebody to call them out on it. Do you see how this works? It's getting even worse, though. Penn State, a student at Penn State, my goodness, who supposedly calls himself a Christian. He's created a giant crucified frog. Is it art or is it anti-Christian hate speech? You see, the Christian is not allowed to speak out anymore. It's just take it and shut up, Christian. Roll over and go away. We don't like your God here anymore. Well, that's too bad because regardless of if you believe in him or not, he is the only God. Let that sink in. We're pretty sure that no one has ever written a story before about the art program at Penn State's Abington campus. But when there's a crucified frog involved, the individual who created this, his name is Smith, a 34-year-old veteran of the U.S. Air Force. He's a Christian. He himself was a Christian. I mean, I'm stuttering on that because there is no way you don't mock God, brother. You don't mock God like this. He calls it the frog Christ. I mean, it's a 7-foot sculpture of a frog on a cross. The frog is made of clay, and the cross was devised from reclaimed railroad wood. There's also a barbed wire crown of thorns around the frog's head, as you can see in the picture here. I mean, I just don't understand. How do you think that this would be okay, especially being a supposed Christian? That's not okay. That is mocking what God did on the cross, what God accomplished on the cross at Calvary. We've got to wake up. We've got to alert the church. We are witnessing the subversion of culture. We are witnessing the rising of the Antichrist spirit. And what I mean is, society is fully engulfed in sin. And it's a totally Antichrist nature. It's not necessarily the Antichrist himself, but I'm saying the Antichrist nature. We're seeing this hate against Christians everywhere. I mean, just last year alone, 215 million Christians were persecuted. Let that number sink in. That's not a small number. That's a massive amount of people. We have got to wake the church from a long slumber. I want to thank you all so much for joining us on tonight's Wire. The only reason we're still able to produce these, and of course to get out information, of course to do research, is because of you. So please, if you can, sign up and become an unlimited member of our website. We have a deal going on right now for $1.50 per month until you cancel. The link and the description code is in the description box. Thank you for keeping us going. Thank you for subscribing. God bless and carry on. We are under attack. The mainstream media is getting desperate. The old media is dying. And they're not going anywhere without a fight. We must weather the storm. We have something they don't. You. We need your help. Become a member of the Christian Truther for $1.50 per month, using the discount code in the description to support us in this fight, and get access to all of our unlimited content. God bless you, and thank you.